We've done it. We've escaped the chains of the PS3. We have now made it to the PS4, actually, because this is a PS4 game. I'm playing it on my PlayStation 5, but there's no upgrades. It's still going to be 1080p 60. We're not at 4K yet. We don't get true 4K till Ragnarok. Alright, let's, oh yeah, let me, close all my extra tabs and stuff before we, get the ball rolling. Alright. Alright. Okay, let's get it started. They know they cooked with this because please tell me it actually plays the movie, or I have to restart the whole console because I started it up earlier. Wait, let me get that recording going. Let's just start cooking now. Let's just start cooking. Please play the whole intro. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. I'm not even gonna talk.
Before the age of twilight set upon the gods, a legend rose to claim his place among them. And even though Kratos sat on the throne as the new god of war, he was haunted by visions of his family. A family he himself murdered. But the hands of death could not defeat him. The sisters of fate could not control him. And on this day, the man, the legend, Kratos, will have his revenge.
Ah! They cooked. Ooh! Ooh, they cooked. No, no, no. There we go. Fix my Discord mic. Because apparently it was coming through my controller again. Alright. We're doing this. We're doing this. Alright. New game. I have beaten this game on hard before, but for the sake of this playthrough, we're doing it on normal. We're not doing it on very hard. Doing it on normal. Just so we get through it quicker. Just so we don't end up in a period where, like, I'm dying a bunch or something. I can play this game on hard. Do not get me twisted. I've beaten it on hard, my first playthrough, and my third playthrough. It's just these streams need to be over quickly.
My vengeance ends now. My brothers, we were forged in victory. A victory that ended the Great War and brought forth the reign of Mount Olympus. Born from the depths of the underworld, rooted in the river of souls, our mountain emerged out of the chaos. As it grew, so too did the might of the Olympians. We created a world of peace, a world of prosperity, a world that lives in the shadow and safety of my mountain. A mountain that has come to be the absolute measure of strength and power. Now, on this day, that power is to be tested. The mortal Kratos seeks to destroy all that I have wrought. Brothers, put aside the petty grievances that have splintered us for so long. We will unite. We will stand together. And I will wipe out this plague. Olympus will prevail.
Get a good look at our boss fights. And our items. Straight to gameplay. Now the gameplay and the cutscenes actually look the same.
Your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus. The Titans will fail again.
Okay, one of the best additions in this game is that those moves actually have hit stun now. Because up until now, those moves were kinda useless. Not useless, but like you had to skillfully use them. Like you had to use them very, very specifically in very specific situations. But bruh, this scale, this is an intro, bro. If I ever want to show off that video games are super cool, I'll sometimes just casually play this game while people are around. And they'll go like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, isn't it?" Right. Oh yeah, and you have like all your, not all your moves, but you have at least like a majority of your moves from God of War 2 at the start of this game. So it's good if you play God of War 2, it's like picking up right where you left off with the Blades of Chaos. Hello, have a great day. What do you think of this game so far? Yeah, no, oh, I love this game. I've actually played it before. But yeah, no, I love this game. This is the best out of the original trilogy. It's just so epic, and I can't lie to myself. I cannot lie to myself. I love spectacle. When a game has spectacle, my brain goes unga boonga. This stuff is for me, bro. Like this is video games. Ooh. Woo! Okay. Hey, DuckTales. Playing God of War 3.
There's 3 of them?
There's actually 6 of them. If we're talking mainline.
What?
I know, crazy.
Does Kratos fight the evil guy? And then win?
Well, he fights the evil and the good people. He kind of kills both.
Why'd he do that?
It's kind of a dick. Kind of really
I
mad.
thought Kratos was the hero. I thought he was a good guy.
Oh, no. Actually, I messed with that quick time event because I was talking. But, I would, bruh, God of War 3 is so cool. I would tap in, just for the spectacle of it all. I forgot I can block that. Alright. Like, the jump between PS2 to PS3 will never be seen again. Like,
Oh, and I wasn't watching. Let me see how this game looks. PC. Pointing out. Obvious. Oh, good. Yeah, this does look good.
yeah, dude, this game aged so well. Like, this came out in 2010 on a PS3. like the jump between PS2 to PS3 will never be seen again, because this is, like, insane compared to the PS2 games. And the PS2 games were already pushing PS2 hardware. With their giant boss fights.
I miss when consoles had graphical leaps.
Well, that's just diminishing returns. Things are gonna get smaller with time until... It's like, the jump between iPhone 1 to iPhone 4, it's gonna be different from the jump from iPhone 10 to iPhone 16. Oh yeah,
I think I've said this before.
new mechanic.
But...
You can grab enemies and throw them around, like charge them. Like, grab them and run into things. Sorry, you were gonna say?
No, you're fine. I think that the last time, and I think I said this before, I was really like, whoa, graphics are getting really good. Star Wars
Battlefront. Let me leave the call and come back for a second. For some reason, you sound really far away, so let me leave the call and come back for a second. No, I think it's my end. I think Discord's just messing with me. Talk again?
Okay, I'm talking.
It was just Discord. Yeah, Discord was just messing with me.
Okay.
It's like, for some reason, Discord's been doing this bug where it makes people sound like they're, like, in another room.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, Star Wars Battlefront?
Yeah, when EA released their... when they started rebooting...
Reboot. It was
Battlefront
like, yeah, it was
games?
reboots, yeah.
I didn't know what Star Wars Battlefront was at the time. I just saw it on the PS4 and I was like, whoa. Graphics are good now.
I would say PS4 is when graphics finally reached a point of, like, generally being like, yeah, this looks great. Like, almost all the games look great now. PS5 even more so, where, like, bad-looking games come out far less often. It's because it's easier to make graphics look good. Now, is the PS5 game gonna have a dramatic leap over a PS4? No. But that's just because games kind of like... Now it's just all about details.
Yeah, it's just fine-tuning what's already been pretty much perfected.
Yeah, once we got, like, better face, like, once mocap became really good, and we could see pores and hair on people's skin and it not look weird, we kind of peaked there. It's hard to make them look like much better than, oh man, you look like God. You know, like things are gonna look dramatically better. Now it's all about gameplay improvements. Like now, what can the hardware do with gameplay? That's like all that matters now.
What was really cool about Battlefront though, when they did it, is that they optimized it very well.
Yeah, everything on because the PS4 was a piece of shit. Everything had to be really optimized in that gen.
Right.
Because the PS4 just didn't have much actual power because they intentionally didn't make it powerful because they thought consoles were on the way out and mobile gaming was going to take over. So they didn't want to take a risk. So they were like, okay, we'll make it a little underpowered and sell it at a profit instead of selling it at a loss and making it more powerful. So the PS4 just is underpowered, so the game's running on it. Games had to be crazy optimized. That's what, like,
they also just looked good.
Mm-hmm. That's like how the Horizon devs had to do this thing where they created the culling thing where the game only renders what you can see at all times. Like, they're the people who created that, and then they put the rest of the industry onto that.
That's the one thing that gives me hope, is that Metroid Prime 4 and the Switch 2 is not going to be it's going to be beefy, but it's not going to be, I don't know if it's going to be next gen.
No, it's going to be a Switch game that's going to look really good and run really well.
Yeah, but Cyberpunk at 40 FPS is really hard to do and make it look good.
Yeah, but I don't think it's even going to have ray tracing. I think it's just going to be without ray tracing medium settings at 40 FPS, which isn't super impressive because the PS5 can play the game without ray tracing at 60 at like 1440p. It depends. We'll find out. Like how... Because did the specs finally come out for that thing?
I don't know. All I know is that Metroid Prime 4 running at 120 FPS.
On handheld, yeah.
On handheld. I really hope we know the development tricks they used for that. Because more games should take a page out of their book.
I think it's because it's a Switch game, and the Switch games are like... PS3 hardware. So
I wouldn't say PS3, but I would definitely say less than. I would say a little more than Xbox, maybe.
like Xbox 360.
Or sorry, a little. No. A little less than an Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
I started to put the Switch. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see the Xbox One specs.
I forgot what's the magic button in this game. R2's the
R3.
magic. R2's the magic button. I was forgetting. Because in the other games, it's L2. They changed some of the buttons. So it's always an adjustment period. But yeah, this opening section is so good. Like, this is how you go like, welcome to next gen, everybody. Oh, I died. Because it's so big and massive. And it's just a tutorial. Like, I say this a lot. Like, God of War is the blueprint for Sony exclusives, basically. Because, like, now almost all their games start off with, like, something big. And then like, calm down at it. Like, Spider-Man 2 does that. Starts off with, the big Sandman fight. To show off the hardware. And go, like, yeah, we couldn't do this on a PS4. At least not well. That opening in Spider-Man 2 is insane. I love that opening. It's so good.
Yeah, the Switch is in a weird spot because it was it's better than the PS3, but it's worse than the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
So do with that what you will. That's why. Also, you still have to look at power draw, because the thing is also running on a battery, except if it's plugged in. So you also have that hindering performance. So games also have to factor that in, which makes it look worse. But yeah.
I don't know how they got Mario Odyssey running at such a good frame rate and a decent resolution, and then they were never able to replicate that ever again. Hey, Vash!
I think with Odyssey, if you actually look at Odyssey, it doesn't look that. It looks great. It's got a great art style, but technically, if you look at the geometry of what's going on,
It's really
like if
simple
you're in
geometry.
it's really simple, and also the textures are very low res. In
Ah.
places that you wouldn't typically be looking.
So
So
it's
if you're
just
looking
really
at Mario,
clever.
Yeah, if you're looking at Mario's resolution on his textures and stuff is going to be significantly higher than, let's say, the grass texture that you're walking on. So they factor in what you're actually looking at to give the most detail to. It's not technically. If you look at like the visuals for it, it's not.
It's not
very
that
A similar
impressive.
thing.
Yeah.
A similar thing could be said for Breath of the Wild, where if you actually the game looks great, but
That
a lot of it's
cel-shaded-
carried by the lighting.
The cel-shaded
A lot of
art
it-
style is
yeah.
doing so much heavy lifting.
The textures themselves are ass. Like that is poop from a butt as a dictionary definition of dog shit. Like there's a part whenever you're climbing up the towers, if you actually look at the ladder you're climbing on, it's a flat image that's like brutally stretched out.
Mario Kart Direct
So-
tomorrow, so I can't wait for them to announce the DLC will be paid on top of the $80. Oh yeah, you know it, bruh. I'm gonna like, and also
'cause
we're gonna
Nintendo
support
shows will buy it.
Yeah, they're gonna ruin gaming. I never thought the fall of gaming would be Nintendo fans' faults. You know, they're always talking about.
I always
like,
thought
oh,
the
Nintendo-
fall of gaming would have been like Gabe Newell dying, and then CEO steps in and ruins PC gaming forever. That's where I thought it was gonna go.
I mean, if PC gaming goes, console still exists, so it wouldn't be that big of a loss.
A lot of people have invested thousands of dollars.
I
into
mean, well,
Steam.
it would be good. It would be bad for PC users, I guess. I'm talking about like.
I think it honestly may kill a lot of people's passion for gaming as a
Oh,
whole if,
well,
if they
yeah.
messed up PC gaming, because that's like if I bought all my games for. Imagine if I bought all my games digitally on Xbox One, and I sunk thousands of dollars into games digitally, and then Microsoft goes, "Oh, we're actually revoking all these games, so you just lost $15,000 worth of
Yeah,
content,
that would kill.
and you lost everything."
We're not gaming anymore. I'm done with gaming.
Yeah, if that happened to me with Steam, I wouldn't game anymore.
After Zelda shit, it would just justify everyone in the physical gaming camp like me. Go like, see? Now, if you had the game on a disc, they wouldn't be able to do that with you.
I know.
But I don't think they would I don't think they would do something that drastic. I don't think. Well, you never know. I didn't think Nintendo would charge $80 for Mario Kart. So you never know. Or not have the definitive edition of Breath of the Wild not come with the DLC. As Vash says. Like what?
Oh, actually, I do know that the DLC for Breath of the Wild for the Switch 2 is not included.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. It's not included. You have to buy it. So you bought a $70 version of a game that came out almost 10 years ago. When it came out on the Wii U for like $50. You're spending $70, and you have to spend an extra $20 on the DLC. Get wrecked, Nintendo. That's $90 for a game. Like, again, one of my core reasons for getting a Switch 2 was going to be playing games like Breath of the Wild for the first time on the Switch 2. That killed any interest I had. No, I'm not spending $90 to play Breath of the Wild. No, you're stupid. Right. No. Oh, this Poseidon. Poseidon gets wrecked for no reason in this game. It's like the devs were taking out all their anger on the fact that his power was so good in the first game. His power was so busted. Now you gotta fight him, and it's like so huge. Fighting him on the back of a Titan climbing up Mount Olympus. And he gets one of the most brutal deaths in the series. And it has to be racist. Because what was going on? Why is it so brutal? His death, you're gonna see it in a second. Like we're gonna get to Poseidon's death scene, and it's one of the most brutal deaths in the entire franchise for no reason. I cannot discern.
You're making me click into this stream. I was reading something. Let me see this.
Yeah, whatever it is gonna have a crazy finisher that's gonna be like so violent.
The new issue of DC X Sonic movie was cool, or Sonic comic was cool.
Yeah,
I want to read those comics. I'm just waiting for them to be like physical and readily available because
well, they're
not
physical.
Going out
I'm pretty sure they're physical.
Yeah, but they don't have them at normal retailers. You have to go to comic book stores. And
oh,
those
yeah.
are like those are
never anywhere. Yeah, like
those are always in the most out of reach places where you have to go out of your way, and I respectfully cannot do that.
Yeah, I mean you can just order them on Amazon.
Support local businesses. Not even. Those aren't available to September.
Oh, they're gonna release it as a compilation. That makes sense. I mean, you could also.
I don't know about that. I think they're just releasing them on Amazon after, like later.
You could always go to read comics online.
I don't want to do that. I like supporting comics.
I mean, I like supporting comics because the business shouldn't exist. I don't know how it survives modern day, honestly. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I could buy it digitally. I mean, that's not out of the question. You can do that. Mm-hmm. But I want this is a cool thing for me. I want to buy them physical.
I only buy the physicals when it's a compilation, because buying singles just isn't really efficient. So I just wait till there's a compile of the entire run, and then I just buy that.
In one big book, yeah, I like those.
Yeah, I buy the compilations. Oh yeah, the type.
So the DC crossover is canon, right?
To IDW, I think. Yeah.
Which
I guess is canon to the games. I don't know. Maybe it isn't canon. They'll say it's canon now, and then in a year they'll say it actually wasn't canon. Teehee.
I think what they'll do is they'll bring it up in the games, and they'll say, "Hey, you're pretty fast. You remind me of this pretty fast guy I met. Man, I miss him, or something like that. Where they say it's him,
I
but they
think
don't
it'll
say
be
who
a
it is.
thing. Oh, this is the part I was talking about. Okay, the kill on Poseidon is so violent for no reason.
Let me see this. You're just flying around. That's Poseidon.
Yeah.
That's not Poseidon. Oh, you know how it's violent? It's because they could substitute blood for water.
No.
Oh, that's Poseidon. Never mind. I thought Poseidon was the water guy.
No. No.
I was gonna say, oh, that makes sense. That's clever.
No. This is a rated M game. It earns its M rating with this violent ass kill. And this is the first kill of the game, just to set the tone.
They will fall.
All is well.
The death of Olympus means the death of us all. Then prepare for your death, Poseidon.
The stream's gonna get demonetized because of this death.
Let me see this.
It's like, what did Poseidon do to deserve this violent ass beat down? We've never even really interacted with him.
Grabs the camera.
Like, no.
He just grabs the camera. That's really funny to me. That's how they censored it.
No, and then you, bruh, like, what? You blind him? Why do you have to blind him and then snap his neck? What do you mean? That was.
Oh my god. That's nuts.
It's like, why? What did he do to deserve
fine.
that?
You know, just go to like a body of water and like heal.
Oh, no, we killed him, and actually it causes the Earth to flood Greece. The plot of this game is while we're killing the gods, we destroy the world. In Kratos' quest for revenge, we destroy all of Greece. Because we kill the gods, so like, the oceans are now unregulated. There's no god of the oceans. We kill the sun god later, there's no more sun.
Does he undo it ever?
No! No.
So then what about the remake? Or not the remake, the God of War. 2016.
Yeah, that's Norse mythology. Greece is gone. He just goes somewhere else after this game, but to the Norse ones. But like in Greece is gone. Like Greece is like just maybe a few survivors. Like it's an apocalyptic event for Greece.
Why is he doing this?
Zeus, well, first off, he worked for the gods for 10 years with the implication that he get his memories wiped of him killing his family. He'd no longer be tortured by nightmares. And then they said, oops, actually, we can't really do that. We can forgive you, though. And then when he tried to kill himself, they said, nah, you can't kill yourself. We'll just make you the god of war. So then he had to stew in his anger for like 100 years. And then Zeus...
Ares?
Oh, we kill Ares in the first game. That's the end of the
Is that
first
how
game.
it becomes? Why did they say you could become God of War if Ares is still around?
No,
What does
no,
that mean for Ares?
no, you kill Ares, and because you kill Ares, they make you the god of war.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what happens. And then in God of War 2, after Kratos is basically just starting wars because he's the god of war, and he has nothing else to do, he's just mad all the time. Then Zeus kills him. He betrays him and kills him. And then all of God of War 2 is just you going back in time to go fight Zeus again. You fight Zeus, then you accidentally kill Athena, and then you find out that Zeus is your father. And Kratos is like, well, I'm still gonna kill Zeus though. And then Kratos is like, you can't just
Zeus
kill
is like everyone's father. That's the whole thing with Zeus.
Oh yeah, this is, for those who are paying attention to God of War 2, this is what I meant by Kratos is constantly used by the people around him, because Gaia used him to go back in time and get the Blade of Olympus and get them. But in this situation, she does not help him. Because she's like, nah, you're just a pawn, bro.
Oh my god, you see that? He's like slid down the... When he was falling, he grabbed the rock. That grip force is crazy. Oh my god.
Turn. Everyone keeps screwing him over. It makes sense why he's always so mad.
And you're telling me that Sackboy beat this guy's ass? I don't believe it.
I don't believe him. Well, that's why he was the most powerful character in that game. He's like the most powerful. He was banned in my household.
Every time I played a Sackboy, I'd always beat his ass. I don't know what to tell you. I think he's holding back.
Died as a god. But yeah, no, it's like, it makes sense why Kratos is always so mad. He keeps getting screwed over by people who seem to be helping him. So he's just like, no, screw it, I'm killing everybody. So we fall into Hades, into the River Styx, and this is how we lose all our powers, because, you know, we gotta get started from level 1. We can't just be as powerful as we were at the end of God of War 2. So you lose everything. Your health, your magic, your red orbs. You lose everything. Trade by Gaia. Trade by Zeus. Starting from the very bottom once again. This world does not know the concept of fuck around and find out. They keep fucking with this dude. he gets his lick back. That water looks really good for PS3 water. PS3 water doesn't look great half the time.
The gates of Hades have never held me.
Death cannot hold those with purpose, Kratos.
Athena,
I have missed you, Spartan.
I don't.
My sacrifice to save Zeus has brought me to a higher existence.
You still appear to be an Olympian.
Appearances can be deceiving, Kratos.
So can the children of Olympus.
Perhaps. But remember, my death came by your blade.
My blade was meant for Zeus. Be quick with your words.
As you speak, the war for Olympus rages on, and mankind suffers.
Let them suffer. The death of Zeus is all that matters.
Zeus will not fall as easily as Ares. To destroy the king of the gods, you must seek the source of his strength, the flame of Olympus.
You once sacrificed yourself to save Zeus, and now you seek to destroy him? What has brought about this change?
I see truths where I did not before.
Alright, I'm a dip.
Alright,
I just want to
see
say
you, man.
hello.
Yeah. Great seeing you,
I may
man.
be back later. I don't know.
I'll be here for a minute. Quite a while.
Alright.
They will help guide you on your journey to the flame. Remember, as long as Zeus reigns, there is no hope for mankind. Destroy the flame, Kratos, and the very foundations of Olympus will crumble.
So that's our journey. We gotta destroy the flame of Olympus before we fight Zeus, because the 1v1 isn't gonna work. Alright, let's get these red orbs. Beginning red orbs you get are so pitiful at the start of the game. It's a God of War staple. They barely give you... They really do not want you min-maxing at the start of the game. If you want to level up everything in this game, you have to do a crazy amount of combos. Your combo game has to be on point. You got to be grabbing these guys like crazy. Which they do make a lot easier with this. Oh yeah. And this is what I mean. You get the you get the grapple. The Hyperon grapple. It's so good, man. It's so good. Because now you can grab from afar. It's such a good addition. Plus 5 orbs. But the animations are way more intricate. You can see the generational leap between games. I need the orbs. I get 5 every brutal kill. Hades music is really good. Right? Do not grab those yet. And the best part about the Hyperon pull is that it can be used on big enemies. Oh yeah, we got subtitles. I forgot. That's also a thing, you get with time. Subtitles. Okay, so a new thing that's specific to this game is that magic is no longer its own separate thing. It's tied to each weapon you have. And it has its own, so it's only for the weapon that you're using. So you level up your magic with the weapon. So, the Blades of Exile have this Phalanx attack. But that's how the magic works in this game. A lot more slow-mo. I need the orbs! I need the orbs! I need the XP! And now we can finally move quickly across the ropes. It took the entire series to figure out that basic quality of life feature, but you know what? They figured it out eventually. And I commend them for that. Alright. We need those brutal kills. Trust me, we need those brutal kills. In this early part of the game, that's the only way to fastly level up. Just gave me magic. Or health, for that matter. I will say, my favorite thing about God of War 3 is its pacing is near perfect. It has such a good flow. Like, it's just a non-stop, really good ride. Like, boom, We just got introduced. Boom, Medusa weapon. Medusa enemy. New mechanic. Okay, some of these animations are going to be familiar if you sat through the Ascension streams. But I'm going to be able to do cooler stuff. But you can do it to the big enemies. It's such a good idea. I love that you could charge those through other enemies. It's such a good mechanic. Hope YouTube ignores the HD boobs. And then when you kill one of them, you destroy everything in the area. Do that to get a ruthless kill. You see, amazing intro combat encounter. I love that you can hit enemies against walls to juggle them. It's such a good mechanic. It's so good. They, like, perfected the combat. Oh, yeah, because there's no Medusa weapon in this game. Let me go back and grab that magic. Can I go back up there? No, I can't. Oh, no, I don't even need the magic. I got the magic back pretty quickly. Yeah, because they kind of just repeated some of the weapons in the first... Like, the magic in the first game, some of them were, like, really similar to the other ones. This one has completely unique magic. In terms of visual style and what they do. They locked in, bro. They locked in for this sequel. Then, now we're about to get our first item, the bow weapon. This is fucked up, by the way. What we do here is about to be really fucked up. Oh, no. Luckily, there's subtitles. Let me fix the audio.
Now that you are here, you can free me. All I have left is my bow. Please, free me, and it is yours.
Our first environmental... Bruh. He just curses you out so quickly.
If you light me on fire, I cannot help you.
And the thing is, bruh, the environmental puzzles in this game are the best they've ever been. And also, like I said, like I remember I mentioned this, look at the pushing. Dramatically faster. They knew they were wasting my time. Oh yeah, I gotta light this on fire first. Oh yeah, he lights it on fire for you. You go over there, you light that on fire. Then you come back, open the door. You can actually do it all in one go if you're fast enough, but I forgot how the puzzle works. Just so everyone knows how I like this game. When I replayed this game recently when I was playing through the God of War games, I played it originally on PS3 on normal difficulty, and then I played it again, back to back, on the remastered on the hard difficulty. I still haven't played it on very hard yet. Alright, now... So they introduce you to an enemy you can ride and make it a part of the environmental puzzle. Give you a bunch of free XP. Because you're going to be able to ride some enemies in this game. So this is a good introduction to that concept. And you burn a guy alive who was going to give you the item that you asked for anyway.
You have gained the bow of Apollo. Its fiery arrows will clear your path.
So the thing about the Apollo Spear, it's basically the bow from the last game, but it's more usable now because it's not locked to magic. Now it's just its own thing. But there's a reason I'm playing on normal, so I can blow through this game like really, really quickly. And I have played this game on hard. And I enjoy it on hard. Probably shouldn't have been the first way I played it, though. I played it on hard first. That was rough, because the end of this game is a gauntlet, man. They do one final gauntlet, and it is... Woo! It is a fight for your life. How much do I need to upgrade that? I haven't even need to get any health chests yet. Use that to unlock the way. Boom. You got a new environmental puzzle. Doing it for the XP. I'm not evil. I'm just doing it for the XP. Introduce that. Get introduced to the Minotaur Horn, which is your third level up device. And now you get introduced to the flying enemy. The bow counters. And you can still grapple them in midair. Just reminding you of the new mechanic of being able to grab your enemies from afar now. Also, you get invincibility frames. Gotcha. Need that health and that XP. Thank you. This wall's kind of bugged. I think it's a glitch exclusive in the remaster, but this happens to me sometimes. Where holding forward doesn't work. Like, there you go. You gotta, like, hit the sweet spot on that wall. It's like a weird bug. Yeah, this is before they made the full jump to Uncharted climbing in Ascension. There we go. There's a secret. Alright. Shimmy. How do I drop again? It's not R1. Oh, it is R1. Okay. Just checking if there's anything down here. No. Okay, so the thing is, unlike the other God of Wars where you are at least traveling from one area to another, in this game, you actually are just on Mount Olympus the entire game. The entire map is connected. I mean, it's not like an open world map or anything, but it's very much still a linear action game. It's just that you will be coming back to areas, unlike in God of War 1 where you really and God of War 2 where you didn't really come back to areas that you already went through. Okay, we gotta do the trials. This is their way to just get you slipped into the combat all the way. And probably lead to your first level up. See, that's why you gotta defeat the hands, because they'll draw them in and then create them into enemies. And... oh, well. Give me some... I'm trying! You guys are just really bad at walking. There. Trial 2. Killed the Lost Souls where they converted into Hades' army. Ugh. See, now it builds on that. Hey, Minotaur! I love that you can do that. Oh, wait. Yeah, I need to kill the Lost Souls. They're more important. I don't have any of my wide-reaching attacks. Back here. Hey, Jeremiah. Ranked with the Bronze 1 today. I'm going at a steady pace. I haven't played Marvel Rivals at all. I've been busy all day. I had a job interview earlier, actually. Went pretty well. They're moving me to the actual consideration phase. You know. So, maybe your boy won't be so unemployed. All right. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh. Oh, they got me on that one. Okay, let's try this again. I just feel like so much of my moveset's missing. I can't wait to get stronger. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to focus on killing her first, so then I can turn the rest of them into stone. And because they're in the air, they'll automatically fall and then give me a bunch of extra XP. But I killed too many of them. I keep pressing L2 to do magic, but the button's different. Old habits die hard. Oh, I got gored. I need the health. That really hot breath that comes out when you're doing the attack is so good, man. It's such a good addition. I hate these Hades birds. Oh, come on. I missed a parry. It's kind of funny how Nintendo fans think that Mario Kart Direct is going to make people less mad about the price. Yeah, no. The people who are mad about the price are not watching the Direct. At least I'm not. I don't care. I lost interest. It's $80. Nintendo's dirty for that. I'm not going to be less mad about the price. There's nothing in that game that can be worth that price. It's a racing game. We've all seen racing games before. Most of them are barely worth $60. Like, we were all talking about the price for Crossworlds. Was anyone saying that Crossworlds should be priced at $60? No. We were all saying that the game should be like 40 or 50, below full price, because it's a racing game. Like, Mario Kart shouldn't be $60. And we keep trying to get me to pay $60 for Mario Kart Wii, bruh, on the resale. It's like, nah, bruh. Ain't doing that. I'm good off that. Bruh. I'm too low. I want some of my moves. I can fight these guys, but I don't have enough to get just a little bit more moves. It's mostly because of the harpies in the air, honestly. They're really distracting. Okay, that was quicker. We're getting more skilled. There, I waited for both of them to be out. Got the parry off. Ooh, I got the second parry off. Got the third parry. We get the health. Yeah, it's like Nintendo kind of lost me. I'll stick with the PS5. Yeah, it's like, you know what? I already have a next-gen console. I don't really need another one. Ooh. Nice one, Minotaur. Too bad. Gotcha. Dude, I love how you get covered in blood. Look at that. It looks so good. Besides healing, in which we had double, they diffed us on everything else. I'll show you a screenshot of how bad it got. But yeah, they have mentality that they're just gonna justify $80 when people fundamentally just do not want to pay $80 for the game. Yeah, it's like, nah, Chief. Like, it's Mario Kart, bruh. It's Mario Kart. And I saw some of that track design. Some of it was a lot of straight lines, if you know what I mean. Some of it was a lot of straight lines. I'm not talking about the main tracks. I'm talking those in-between tracks in Grand Prix. That whole new feature where all the tracks are interconnected. Yeah. I saw that. The tracks look a little straight. Look a little under-designed, in my opinion. Nintendo fans are ruled by nostalgia. They'll pay anything just to get Mario's dick anywhere near their child. They would let Nintendo molest their kid if they could. If it meant that they get the next Zelda.
Your future is cloaked in shadow. The realm of the afterlife is not yet ready for you. Beyond that door waits your destiny.
Fatal, he's one of them. He's still ride or dying for the Switch 2. Dang. That sucks. That sucks. Sorry, bro. Nintendo's not like that for me. No video game console's like that for me. Scale of these environments, man. Oh, I finally have enough to upgrade. Finally, we can upgrade the Blades of Chaos. Yeah, literally that room right there is just there because they time it so right afterwards you get your first Blade of Chaos upgrade. They literally time it perfectly. This game is so over-designed, bro. It's like, it's so perfectly tuned to have perfect pacing. They put you in a counter that's going to be a little tough because of your lack of options. And then literally you get just enough to level up right afterwards if you've been doing a good job. What was that? Did you see that animation? What was that? Oh, Kratos, you're off screen. I don't even need the health. I just need the XP. $80 sucks, but Mario Kart is worth it. Mario Kart is Mario Kart, bro. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. I can tell you that right now. I love that you do get to keep the wings. You lose a lot of stuff from the last game, but they let you keep the wings. The Icarus wings. Like a core part of his moveset. Double jump glide. Double jump glide.
Father? Oh,
But you know the reason why he's not so bothered by $80 is because he has money. You know how much money he makes from those streams?
they said you would come.
Fatal has money. That's why he's not that bothered by the price.
Another one of your tricks. As usual, Spartan. You agree.
That's why a lot of YouTubers are like, yeah, you know, it sucks, but I'm going to buy it anyways because they got the money. A lot of them are like, yeah, I could afford it. And it's just like, dude, it's Mario Kart. There's been not 8 of them. The game looks fun. But I wouldn't pay $80 for my favorite game of all time. I wouldn't pay $80 for all the games in my top list. I wouldn't pay $80. Because that's just so much. Ah, the first crawl through walls section. Dude, we're going to be seeing a lot more of these once we get to God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. This is the first one. Actually, it's not the first one. I guess there's the one in the Gaia ones, but it did start the trend. Alright. New enemy type. But like, you guys are seeing what I mean by the pace. The pace is so much better. Story cutscenes are happening far more often than they did in the first 2 games. So there just feels like it's like we just got introduced to Pandora, brand new character. She's gonna be important later. Now we have an environmental puzzle, but less of a puzzle. It's a simple one. It's not something that's going to be taking up all our time or anything. It's just being like, okay, so you do this to get this reaction. Okay, basic science. We got a new enemy type that they're spamming, so you can get used to it. This enemy type can block. And they also crawl after they die. You gotta be careful. Oh, that one's a timing challenge. Hey, Crimson Model A. Gotta hide the loading screen somehow. Yep. This is the start. This is the PS3, the PS3 God of War. You gotta hide the loading screen somehow. Ooh, barely made it. Because they really are loading a brand new area when they do that. Ah, missed the block. Oh, I timed that so badly. Let me check something. No, you can't melee then. Luckily, there's a sucker born every minute, as they always say. Okay. Yeah, so it's like a timing puzzle. You're like, okay, so I gotta get that from up there, and I gotta do it, and it's a skill issue more than a brain issue. It's forcing you to use the dodge roll. It's forcing you to get good at using some of the mechanics. Like, in quick succession. Fight some enemies, you avoid getting hit by the explosive barrel. You know. You gotta protect it so you don't have to do it again. Magic. Oh, it's so good to be able to push stuff quickly. You know, because he's supposed to be a strong guy. Why is he always so bad at pushing stuff? He had, like, no leg muscles. Kratos was always skipping leg day. Do you need to have cloud saving when you put a new SSD card in the PS5? No, you do not. You do not need to have cloud saving. The SSD is hardware. You do not need cloud saving for that. Trust me, you're good. Free XP, baby! Oh, no, 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 no! Look at the combo. We're going combo mad. Ah, dang it, I messed up. Alright, I got as much as I possibly could out of that. You do everything for the XP in this game. Also, I tried out one of the arm guns in Daemon X Machina, like I said I would. Yeah, how'd you like the new weapon you tried out? Was it better than what you were using, or are you like, nah, bro, the old and faithful still hits? Because I have that problem. Once I find something I like, I can't switch. Like I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds off stream. I stream it in the Discord for some of my friends, but it's like if you ever want to see me play Monster Hunter, that's where I'll be. But yeah, I kind of just got attached to the insect glaive in the beta for Monster Hunter Wilds, and I can't switch. It's just so good. I love the insect glaive. I loved it in World, and I think it's even better in Wilds. They made the best weapon in the game even better. Yeah, I'm not a dirty greatsword user. I have standards. And I'm not a weeb either. So I'm not wearing the I'm not playing with the katana. Also, forgot to say, new enemy type! These big guys with hammers. Oh my gosh. Seamless combat, bruh. The werehog could never. Yeah, like just the guys, the pacing of this game is so perfectly paced. Crossworlds is gonna be fun. Yeah, we got that. Instead of Mario Kart World, we got Crossworlds. If Sega wants to get the easy one-up on Nintendo, make Crossworlds $40. I'm telling you. Make it $40, release it. It's already gonna be on every single system. Just release it for $40, bro. Release it for $40, you'll make crazy amount of money.
Leave me be.
Hephaestus.
I have paid the price. Calm yourself, Smith God. Ghost of Sparta. It is you. Well. I thought Zeus would have killed you by now.
That change in attitude is crazy work.
Zeus may have imprisoned me here, but you are the reason I live in torment. I did you no wrong, Hephaestus. I pursue only one Olympian.
He keeps telling people, I only got beef with one guy.
I seek the flame of Olympus. Do you know of it? For what purpose, Spartan? For the purpose I have chosen. Now tell me, do you know of the flame?
For the purpose I have chosen.
All true children.
Love Kratos' dialogue.
We've all come to respect
The dialogue in God of War just keeps getting better and better, and then by the new God of War, they have some of the best dialogue in the industry next to Naughty Dog.
God nor man can touch its lethal flame. I only need to
Find it.
If you can find your way out of the underworld, I'm sure you can find your way to the flame of Olympus. You have been truly helpful, Hephaestus.
You have been truly helpful, Hephaestus. Oh yeah, there's some stuff over here that you're really supposed to get later, but you can just get it now. Like I said, the map is interconnected, so you actually repeat and go back to areas multiple times. You have been so... I can't get out through there. I didn't remember which way to get out. I think I have to go to the right. Yeah, that's why. I have to pull the lever to get out of here. Yeah, they didn't do the smooth camera transition. Should have known. Alright, let's go over there, because obviously the main path is to our left, in the hidden pathway. Over here. Well, it's not really hidden, honestly. I think they want you to go down here. But you just fight a bunch of dogs. Ah! I wasn't kidding, bro, about that cinematic trailer actually being pretty accurate to gameplay in terms of what you can and can't do. Like the Hyperon pull was there, the enemies gang tackling you and you being able to break free is there. Like all that stuff is there. Like it actually made it into the final product. It's actually kind of crazy. Honestly, it depends on the build I use. The machine gun type. Oh, wait. Sorry. Machine ammo, increase my machine ammo cost. Also, accessories like the one I used to act as a passive bonus and give you things like boosters and grenades. Ooh, that sounds very destructive. Sounds like a good time. We're back. Because we're pretty much done with the outside of Hades. Like, also a thing this game does is, like, right when you're about to get sick of an environment, you're like, okay, you know, getting tired of the grays. Yeah, one more thing we need to collect before we can go, to fight Hades.
You're the ghost of Sparta. Everyone knows who you are.
This game actually has cutscenes, often.
There are reasons for that.
I'm not afraid of you.
It is good you're not afraid, child.
Fear is a heavy burden.
I'm not a child, Kratos.
It does not matter what you are. My concerns lay elsewhere.
Kratos, please. I need you to free me.
The quest for freedom is also a heavy. I cannot help you.
The quest to freedom is also a heavy burden. I cannot help you. Blade of Olympus is now our rage mode, which it works really well as, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to waste it, so we're gonna hold off on that, Chief. Because the rage gain in this game is even slower than in... It's back to the speeds of God of War 1, I would say. Because the Rage Game in God of War 2 is actually relatively fast. The Rage Game in God of War 3 is pretty slow. I'm glad I'm off Twitter so I don't have to keep hearing niggas doom posting about Crossroads knowing damn well they're going to be hyped again when they see the Extreme gear. Yeah. Sonic fans are interesting breed. Yeah. So far, the Sonic fans haven't migrated over to Blue Sky yet, which is kind of crazy considering that like Sonic fans are like usually pretty leftist, but they just aren't willing to leave Twitter, which I find a little funny. Like, you guys are giving Elon Musk money, and these are the same people who would definitely boycott Hogwarts Legacy, but they're still on Twitter. Very funny. Very funny. People are very interesting, you know, about what they're willing to give up. Introduce the bow, the blade of chaos, some new enemy types, and now you find a fire version of the Cerberus. Which basically is a big mini enemy, where you have to defeat it in 3 parts. By the way, enemies can damage each other. That is also a feature in this. I think it's a feature in the other God of War games, it just didn't happen that often, so you never really noticed it. But the enemies can damage each other. And in here, they kind of like actually want you to abuse that fact. Hey. He's one tap, he's one tap. And he's dead. Remember, the Hyper Rumple gives you invincibility frames, folks. Gotcha. Oh, crap. But basically, this is to introduce you to the concept of having a multi-phase enemy. Because that's also a new thing in this game. There are enemies that take multiple phases to defeat. Where you don't just defeat them in one go. Where you have to do damage, and then do 1 damage, and it nerfs them, and then you keep nerfing them, or unlocking new movesets for them. Later we're going to run into the Chimera, and the Chimera does exactly that. For weapon slots, you have your arms, a back slot. You only get 1 back weapon, and 2 extra weapons for each of your arms. You get a lot of weapons! Gotcha. Yeah, there are Sonic fans who seem to think the design and model are the same entity. Right now, there just isn't a lot to talk about. Well, I mean, that's actually not even true. Because, I mean, there's the Sonic DC comic thing. It's just that's once a month right now. And the Chow Tales, they're more like just to be cute. You see them and go like, "Aw, that's adorable," and that's like about it.
So, I read. So I got like an email just a few minutes ago about like, can Sonic defeat? See if Sonic can help save the world from Darkseid in DC X Sonic the Hedgehog issue 2. I don't remember getting one of these for issue 1, which is interesting.
Yeah, I'm just waiting until the DC crossover is over to read it. That's just the type of comic book reader I am. I hate reading stuff month to month. After the Metal Virus saga, I'm good off that, bro. Remember when that got, like, partially delayed because of the pandemic, so that arc lasted, like, 2 years? That arc lasted forever.
Yeah.
It was already a long arc for the second arc in a comic book, but, like, it was, like, twice as long as the first arc, and dramatically stretched out. Which made Ian kind of vow to not do long story arcs again, kind of. He said, I'm kind of not trying to not do long story arcs anymore. Because you never know what can go wrong.
Now you got people saying that nothing is happening at all in the IDW comics. Like,
Yeah. It's like the Metal Virus did too much, so it set such a high bar, and the comics are kind of... They can't do anything because they can't get past Frontiers. Unless Sega allows them to get past Frontiers, right? So...
I think they have plans for how they're gonna lead into and come out of Frontiers, but they haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, they have to, like, wait for the next Sonic game to come out. So then they know what from Frontiers they need to take into the next game. You know? I mean, into the next, into the story. Because, like, yeah, they gotta... The biggest problem with the IDW comics right now is that they have not adapted Frontiers or have not acknowledged Frontiers yet. That's their biggest problem. They have to acknowledge the most recent game in the franchise. We can't just be stuck in a permanent post-Forces era if you want these comics to be canon. You know, there's certain expectations that you now have to keep up. Now, if these were non-canon side stories, then who cares, you know? Yeah, of course it's going to be kind of fillery. That's just kind of where the IDW comics have just kind of been for a pretty long time. Where nothing important's happening. Like, it's just the characters hanging out. Which is fun, you know? Just not engaging on a month-to-month basis. It's something Archie was a lot better with. As the books have gone on. Like, the last big thing that they did was the imposter syndrome thing, and that was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, that was a while ago. But, yeah, welcome to the stream. You can see God of War 3. This one we can't compare to Unleashed directly because it came out afterwards, you know, so we can't go like, oh man, why didn't they do this? Well, this came out afterwards. Only by 2 years, though. Same console generation.
Yeah. With that in mind, my first thought upon opening a stream was, dang, this game looks pretty nice.
Yeah, dude, like, it ages so well. Like, this is a PS3 game from 15 years ago, and it still looks pretty good. Like, it's not a PS5 game or anything, but, like...
I mean, is this like a remaster or re-release?
It's a remaster, but really all it did was just make it 60 FPS and 1080p.
Yeah.
That's all they did.
It's kind of a similar thing with Unleashed, where it's like how the original game sort of performed kind of plays into how we perceive it graphically. Like, I don't know how I imagine that this game was probably more stable than Unleashed, but
it was
like a lot of games during this era had some sort of performance issue.
It was standard at the time. This game had some screen tearing and was 30 FPS, not consistent, but it tried its best. The thing is, like, I remember seeing the documentary. They wanted the game to be 60 because the first 2 God of Wars were 60 until they we can't get this to run at 60. Like, it was running at 45 FPS, you know? like sometimes reaching 60 in hallways, but they're like, we can't get this thing to run. So they were like, just lock it to just make it 30. The game was built for 60. It just couldn't run at that frame rate.
Vash Rose is bringing up how people are comparing the new DK model to Sonic's model. I'm like, my brother in Christ, one is a whole redesign.
Yeah.
But,
And
I think that's kind of interesting because some people don't seem to be a very big fan of the new DK redesign.
Yeah, there are a large portion of people who are like, I don't like this. It's bad. Go back. What happened to the old design?
I think that might be it. Kind of, it's an interesting talking point when talking about how people say they should update Sonic design or model and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like
if they like completely overhauled it, they could end up in a similar situation as that.
Mm-hmm. They could definitely end up in a situation where they make people go, because there's probably a large non-vote. Because the thing is, there were people who were complaining about DK's design for a while, saying, "Oh, I want something new," or even Mario's design. Those people were complaining, and then and those people got what they want. They're like, "Oh, yay, I got this." But the thing is, then it turns out there was a large portion of people who were just fine with the old design, and are like, why did you change it? I was happy. And the thing is, I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't know. Because the thing is, it's like, they don't think about. Because they go like, oh, if it doesn't matter or it doesn't need to change, that means you don't care. And that means that my thing should happen. Because I see this argument all the time. My thing should happen because it's a net positive for everybody. Because if you don't care, then I can just get what I want, and you don't get. It's like, and you don't care enough to have what you want. But I think they underestimate how many people actually do just like what they have and don't like it to change. And it's like, and just because you are like, oh, this, I don't like this thing being the same for so long, doesn't mean that it has to change for just you. It's like, it would be good, it'd be good. It's like, but the thing is, normal people aren't complaining what Sonic looks like. Half the population still thinks Sonic has blue arms.
I think something else I was thinking of when you were bringing it up was that I saw people complain about the DK design, but I didn't really see that as much for like the updated look for Mario Wonder. Like,
yeah, people liked it for Wonder, which I think it's because I think they thought Wonder was. I know there's people who don't like the Mario Kart, like DuckTales. He says he doesn't like how Mario looks in Mario Kart World. He doesn't like it. He's like, I don't like how it looks. It looks weird. And the thing is like, I bet he didn't really mind it too much in Mario Kart Wonder. But Mario Kart Wonder was a side game, like a side game. It's a 2D Mario game. So it's like, okay, you know what? I can accept a character design shift here to make this not look like New Super Mario Bros. Wii. But I think people are like, some people are like, whoa, 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 this is the main thing. Keep it the same here. Like, no one would care if Sonic's design was separate, like, was different in, like, some spin-off of game like that. Like in Dream Team or something, and his design looked a little bit different. No one's gonna complain about it. Like, at least dramatically. But because it's a side game. But once you get in the main game territory, there's a whole new swath of people who are like, just keep things the same. It was fine as it was. I was happy then.
Although speaking of the main game, something else I was thinking of is people are saying, oh, there's gonna be like a big new 3D Mario game at some point, but like the new DK Bonanza game is apparently being developed by the Odyssey team.
Funnily, we don't actually know. We don't know. We assume it's by the Odyssey team, but we don't know because Nintendo refuses to tell us who makes their games. Which is really frustrating. It's like, what do you mean you can't tell us who made the game? They're like, oh, play the game to find out. What? No! It was like when they were being coy about who the new Mario voice was. They're like, oh, you gotta play the game. No, just tell us, bro. What is wrong with you?
We're gonna find out eventually. So like,
why are you hiding it like it's a national secret? We just want you to focus on the game, not who made it. It's like, what? Why are you
Like,
so
not
weird?
Like, it's not like spoiler territory or anything.
Yeah, like what? You're not gonna ruin the experience. So yeah, we
Like,
actually don't know if it's the Odyssey team or if it's some new team, or we don't know. We just don't know who's working on it.
Hi,
So
Carl, we're talking about Mario.
oh yeah, I gotta do like both really quickly. This is the timing challenge. Okay, I gotta go over here. Okay, this game has such a good pace. Like I was saying it earlier, but like this game has like near perfect pacing. How do I do
First,
both?
First the second telling us it's Initial D and Sonic team working on Crossworlds.
Yeah, they like actually went like, oh yeah, that's who's working on it. Oh, thank you. Now I have
And
expectations.
they like name dropped the director of Sonic X Shadow Generations before it came out.
Okay. So I have to do the left side first, and then go to the right side and hope I do it fast enough. I think. I always forget how to do this puzzle on the first try. Oh yeah, because the thing is you could stick the other arm in place. That's why it works. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember the bit. Yeah, it's a simple puzzle. I just forgot the logic. You flip it up. You put it in here. Okay. And then because it's in here, because you only have enough time for one. I was like, you don't have enough time for both. So I'm tripping here. There we go. You put this here, so then it doesn't go down when you go and open the other door, and then we go into the Hades boss fight. Yes, we already, at the start of the game, have fought Poseidon, and we're already fighting Hades. We fight 2 out of the big 3 at the start of the game. I don't know. Oh, sorry.
And also our set for superstars. Well, maybe that's why Nintendo doesn't tell us, because they don't want a situation where like that where people find out it's Arzest and immediately lose faith.
It's like, hey, the game will speak for itself, and I think consumers have a right to know who's making their food.
True.
Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why Persephone is dead, she was doing a thing to, like, take over Olympus or whatever in the Chain of Olympus spin-off game that we did not play. That's the game with the ditching your daughter minigame. Another reason why Kratos hates these gods, he literally gave up a life with his daughter for these people, and they just screwed him over. Again, they do not understand the concept of fuck around and find out. But yeah, time for the Hades boss fight. This game, again, perfect pacing. Perfect pacing. I sense some bad blood. Lighting. The lighting is so good. I love this. He tries to rip your soul out of your body. Introduces the concept. Keep that in mind. It's going to be important later. These boss fights also are so good. Wish they had health bars, but, you know. But it's... Dude, this game delivers on all that hype. They promised a lot with this game, and they deliver.
is looking a little different since Kid Icarus Uprising.
A lot more grotesque. He looks a little different compared to the first God of War game because they completely overhauled all the gods' designs.
Ah. Oh, he's back.
Woo. Come on, did we get? Just give me hits. Let me get some hits in.
So he just keeps coming back. It stands to reason that he managed to get out of the river Styx after the Disney movie.
Yeah. Actually, at the beginning of this game, you literally fall into the river Styx. Okay, so this part's kind of funny. You carve out a piece of his skin, a piece of meat from his chest. He tries to telepathically get it back. You have to destroy it. Before he can get it back. Which leads him to get angry, but he can't get his skin back. And then he does these chains. Boom! Find the opening. Lock in. Oh, I need my body. No, give me my soul back. Let me go Blaze of Chaos on him. Get some easy damage since we're in phase 2. Lock. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. Use the whole rage form. Ooh. Okay. Again, what's so cool about this game is that you look at the moveset of this boss, and you literally get these moves when you steal his weapon.
Yes.
That's what's so cool. I'm like, bro, peep this, bro. Now he takes some skin from his hip.
Vash says, maybe it's me, but I feel like some Sonic fans want it to be the 2000s or mentally stuck in the 2000s.
I think you said that like last time. And
bit of a simplification, but yeah, I can definitely see where that's coming from.
Everyone wants to be, like I said last time, everyone wants to be stuck in their childhood. Let's go! Whoa, whoa, phase 3. You do have, the thing is with these God of War boss fights, you do have to be, there's no checkpoints. This is one long 3-phase boss that you have to beat it all in one go. They are no joke. Mortal. Oh crap, he's doing his summons. Ooh, got him. One last one. Back of the neck. Bro, the animation in this game is so good. Oh, and this part. They escalate it. You did 3 phases of the boss. Now you get a whole tug of war over a bottomless pit, well, over the river Styx, grabbing onto his weapon. You're tied with his. You're fighting each other with the chains.
That's true.
Ah, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is video games as hell, bro. Ah, come on, 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 come on. I keep messing this up.
I'm in.
Come on. Yeah, that's fun and all. There we go. Oh, this. That you hang him by his own chains and slam it into the ceiling and steal his weapon. By the way, all the weapons have a unique dodge animation. The weapons have a lot of unique animations. It's really cool. These are pretty similar to this Blades of Chaos, but they have their own uses. I will say. But they're pretty similar. But it's not a copy and paste weapon. Like, you can't do the Hyperon pull in this form. You could suck the soul out of them, though, and do damage to multiple enemies. And also, the boss isn't over yet. Phase 5! Now you have to beat the boss with the weapon that you just stole from him. Oh yeah. Just think about it. We're killing the holder of the underworld. What do you think happens when you kill the guy holding the underworld?
Underworld stops being heaven.
There's just no one to keep the souls. Just ghosts are everywhere. Oh my gosh. And then you steal Hades' soul. You take his soul with his own blades and suck them into yourself.
The 3D circle button model.
So, we destroyed the god of the seas and caused the lands to flood. And now we kill the god of the underworld. And now spirits have no holder.
Surely this will have no negative repercussions.
No negative repercussions at all. The monsters are no longer restricted to the underworld. You have Hades' soul, so now you have the ability to swim in the river Styx without being harmed.
That sounds useful.
Yeah, they knew they couldn't get rid of the ability to to swim without it being stupid since you've had it the last two games. So they were like, we just need to make the thing you swim in impossible to swim in. Soul summon. Yeah, so with the Blades of Chaos, your magic, again, magic is tied to your weapon now. You get to summon a monster of your choice. I just choose whatever's the strongest monster, but you can always choose whatever monster you want for what soul you summon for fighting. Which is pretty cool to give you that level of creativity. But yeah, and when you grab, it doesn't do the Hyperon pull, but it does these skulls, which do extra damage, which are really good for crowds. And now, for the first time in God of War, you can weapon switch on mid-combo. For the first time in God of War, the game is awesome. It makes the other weapons actually usable. I mean, you could switch between, I guess, the Blade of Artemis and the Blades of Chaos, but you couldn't switch to all the weapons in God of War 2. But now you're going to have 4 weapons and be able to switch between all 4 weapons at any time. All right. And this is how they connect the world. There's always like a breather after a boss fight where you have to kind of like travel and then you go back to an area that you've already been through before.
Can it be? Does this mean Lord Hades rules no longer?
Makes the map feel more alive.
The god of the
Underworld is dead.
dead? Ah, Hades deserved to suffer, though I thought his death impossible. Olympians overestimate themselves. Interesting. I will keep that in mind, Spartan. You need the soul of a god to use the Hyperion Gate, Kratos. And that one has not been used for centuries. I'm sure it's broken, otherwise I would have seen my beautiful...
Or, oh my god, either me banging my head on stuff is slowly affecting me, or my 20s are really considered, or 20s are really unk status. If 20s are unk status, I'm a grandpa. I'm in my mid-20s, bruh. You're younger than me.
My mother, Hera, bragged
And me, probably.
Yeah, they kind of really changed Hephaestus' lore. Hephaestus' lore is that he was ugly from birth. But, here they say that when he killed Ares, he became ugly.
He took my beloved daughter, Pandora. My reason for living. I spend my time here trying to recreate her. I fail again and again. She still lives, Spartan. I can feel it. You, Kratos. You can bring her back to me. Your child is not
My concern.
But surely you can understand. You were once a father, too.
Ooh. Surely you can understand. Once a father, too.
Is that a boy?
Not yet, not yet. One more game. Then we're data boy. Also, a thing with weapon switching, they have a switch animation attack that gives them an attack while you're switching, so it feels even smoother to switch between each weapon. This game is gas. Get off me! Magic! But yeah, it also like with magic being tied to a weapon, if you want a specific outcome or a specific attack, then you actually have to switch weapons. So it encourages weapon switching, which encourages combos, which encourages you having a good time. Man, good game design. Switching magic to be tied to each weapon was probably the best idea they had for this gameplay style. Because it makes each weapon inherently unique, no matter what. Because they have different use cases and different abilities. I remember playing GTA. Man, it's gonna suck knowing that GTA 6 is gonna cost. Oh my gosh, okay, just so everyone knows why it looks like I'm tweaking out, you actually have to go in a correct circle while you're doing this, and I keep trying to look away at chat. And that means that I'm not looking at the screen, so I don't know which part of the circle I'm at. That's why it looks like I'm tweaking. Doing a very basic task. Oh.
That's at least part of why I'm here.
But
Well,
yeah,
no, I'm just here to.
have someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Which is great. Love having people to talk to.
Fascist, I remember playing GTA 5 on my brother's Xbox. I
And I also remember finding out what tits look like through the strip club. You know what? Magic is slightly more important than health right now. I don't think there's going to be a super hard enemy encounter anytime. Yeah, because there should be health. Yeah, I left a health upgrade for myself later. Yeah, okay, so I can just grab health. Good thing I grabbed the magic. So, how young were you? Never mind. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. But yeah.
well, they kept making GTA 5 last forever, right?
Yeah,
That's the
it
meme,
still
right?
gets up.
So it could have been any age.
Yeah, that's what's funny. It's like GTA came out in 2013, but they re-released it for the PS4 in like 2014 or 2015. It was 2015. They released it for the PS4 in 2015. And then they re-released it again for the PS5. Alright, I should have enough to upgrade something.
Crash says, I don't know, middle school.
Man, your brother messed you up. That's the worst way to find out what... Well, technically, you always knew what boobs looked like because you probably were breastfed by your mom. So you should probably say, but like you didn't see them as like a pubescent. But yeah, that's a crazy way to learn what they look like through GTA 5 strip club. That's crazy. The PS3-esque strip club. All right. First 2 hours, we killed Poseidon, we explored we escaped from the underworld, and killed Hades in the first 2 hours of the game. All right, now we're outside. Kratos' character model is so good. Like, they put so much effort. Like, the jump between PS2 Kratos and PS3 Kratos is insane to think about.
Crash says her dad was also in the room, too.
That must have been awkward. Yeah, I didn't play... Oh yeah, this is great.
Quickly, you must help me.
Help you!
Quickly, I suffer greatly. I tried to return to battle, but
Without me!
Out me.
you must help me. Kratos, do I mean nothing to you?
You were a means
Leads to the end, Gaia. Nothing more.
The Titans must take down Olympus.
No! This is my war, not
She said all this to him when she let him fall into hell. So he's just getting his lick back. This is deserved. You were just a means to an end, Gaia. That's such a good bit. So many more cutscenes in this game than in the first two. The first two, you could go like a full like 2 hours without any real story progression. Okay, this fight's a little annoying, especially on harder mode, because it's just a Again, a lot more of the puzzles in this game aren't really puzzles and are more combat challenges. Just beat a bunch of enemies. Oh, I have Blade of Olympus. Oh, I accidentally used it and then unused it in the same breath. That's my fault. Okay. Whoa! Yeah, you gotta defeat enough to shut off the eye, so you just gotta go through the horde. On harder difficulties, this can take a second. Okay, Blades of Chaos. Ah, oh, the combat's so smooth. And cinematic. Like I said, I know Devil May Cry are like the better combat games, but I always like God of War more. Like, cause I even give Devil May Cry 5 like an 8 out of 10. That game's great. I love Devil May Cry. I give like almost all of them like an 8 to a varying degree. For different reasons. I haven't beaten 3 or 4 though. I mean, I guess I don't give 2 an 8, obviously. But
DMC2's best game. You give it a 9 out of 10, obviously.
Nah, I haven't beaten it yet. I was playing it, and then like I got busy doing other stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll get back to this later, and I just never did. And with those type of games, especially with Devil May Cry, I don't like putting it down and then picking it back up again, because then I feel like a paraplegic grandpa. Like, I feel like I just don't know how to control anything anymore, and I'm like, wait, what's my combos? Especially that game where you have the styles, you know, with Trickster and like, I'm like, which one, the sword man? Oh no.
Yeah. I remember I started from the beginning when I went back to DMC3 last year. Like, I remember I started, like, I got up to the first Virgil fight when I played it, but then Sonic Frontiers came out, and that took priority, and when I went back to DMC3, I did basically the same thing and just started from the beginning.
Yeah. Where I left off was not too long after a Virgil fight, I don't think. It wasn't too crazy long after that. I didn't get to the part of the game where everyone says this part of the game actually kind of sucks, though. Which apparently is like that White Room stuff. I think I was...
Oh, yeah. I think that's like a sort of boss rush.
Yeah, there's like the White Room or something that, like, everyone tells me that part, like, sucks. Like, and I don't know the details, but they're like, the end of the game kind of slows down to a point of being a little unfun for a little bit. That's always like the thing with Devil May Cry. There's always like a few things holding it back from being great. Because I even give the DMC reboot an 8 out of 10. You know, the first game, 8 out of 10. I gave Devil May Cry 5 an 8 out of 10. It's like an 8 out of 10 series for me. They're consistently good games. They just don't do anything like... While their combat is amazing, they don't do anything special for me a lot of the time on other levels. You know, it's hard to explain. Where you're just like, man, this is great, but like, you know, it's not like gonna be in my favorite games of all time list or anything. It's just not hitting that specific itch. But it's a great game that I can easily recommend.
Well, with DMC3, I kind of wondered how into it I really was, and that's kind of because so much of my time playing it was spent learning the bosses, and which was kind of satisfying. Which is satisfying. I don't want to discredit the game's bosses or anything, but it's also like I never really died at any other point in the game.
Yeah, you really only die in the boss fights. Yeah, I know, get what you mean. I know the first boss is a skill
well-
check. The first boss is like a skill check. I remember. I beat Virgil pretty quickly my first time.
Yeah. It gets a little, just a little exhausting to be like, okay, this is how this goes down when I want.
Hey,
when I-
Ben.
when I wanna skip
Benikutsky.
blasting.
You joined the perfect time. Oh yeah, this is. Oh yeah, we're gonna see the other most brutal death in God of War coming up. Again, this game has perfect pacing. You never go too long without something cool happening. Also, this is the part this was the part of the game that was in the demo at E3. This is what they showed off. So this part of the game has like almost everything in it. Like it's like a perfect microcosm of the game.
Speaking of Devil May Cry, though, a friend and I watched the recent anime.
I hear mixed things. I heard some people really like it. Like Vash keeps telling me it's good. And then I talked to Super and he said it was really bad.
I mean, I think it's got some good things about it. I guess I enjoyed it overall, but I know the story, the overall story, I guess, was a little convoluted and didn't really feel very well suited to Devil May Cry.
Interesting.
I don't want to spoil the ending, but I was a little flabbergasted and not in a good way.
I'll keep that in mind, dang.
I was like, that's how it ends?
Okay.
I guess they're
The thing
renewing
is,
for a season.
I'm trying to be careful not to lose too much health because I want to use that thing there for magic. Because there's going to be a boss coming up and magic will make it dramatically easier. Because the Chimera is annoying to fight when you don't have all the weapons.
I hear the biggest difference was ladies, says Vash. Well, it's like,
Yeah, lady. Yeah,
I know. The thing was that she like drops a lot of f-bombs, and it's like I kind of thought, well, that's probably just normal, but apparently a lot of people were complaining about that.
Yeah, it felt like so I heard people saying it just feels super forced. Like you're just really trying to curse all the time. And the thing is, we all curse. Well, not we all. Actually, I don't. Now I'm thinking about it, I don't hear you curse. But well,
and that's kind of why I was saying I'm not really the biggest judge of how people will take that. But I did notice that it mostly specifically applies to lady. So I thought it was like a deliberate choice, but I don't know.
Probably is a deliberate choice.
But a lot of the deliberate choices
Just because it's a
made
deliberate choice doesn't mean it's
kind of seem a little dumb.
Yeah. Okay, this part has great cinematography. I'm not gonna spoil how this happened, but this monster reveal is so good. Just really good monster reveal. Now you're in a mini boss. Oh no, my audio, my audio. Let me get my audio back.
Yeah, there was a tweet from the
There we go.
showrunner, the DMC anime showrunner. It was like, I made a show based on the Sonic series. It would be like an allegory for generational trauma and just empire dismantlement and whatever.
Well, empire dismantlement actually works because that's like kind of what.
Did someone post it in this? Did someone post it in the server?
I don't. I didn't see it. If someone did.
Hang on. Oh, I guess not.
Okay. Get in there. Whoa. Whoa. Missed it. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. Ah!
Here's full thing. I love Sonic the Hedgehog, but the franchise needs to be way darker. When I take control, Sonic will become an allegory for generational trauma, imperial collapse, and the death of free will. Tails is already dead in Act 1.
I think he's trolling.
I half believe he's trolling.
It's like, oh no.
I feel like he's probably aware of how people have been receiving the
He's chronically online, so yeah.
DMC anime and is kind of playing into that. Here.
Hey, you don't even fight Helios. Which, it's kind of weird how they do Helios. Helios is Helios, but he's also kind of Apollo. Because Helios and Apollo sometimes, depending on which Greek continuity you're looking at, share the same job, so it's kind of weird, but, you know. Helios and Apollo are kind of like, because like at one point Helios stopped being believed in, so then Apollo just got Helios' job. But you never actually see Apollo in any of these games. Apollo or Artemis. You never run into them. And they're brother and sister, which is kind of weird. You just never run into a... You get their weapons, but you never run into those two. It's like they didn't have a good idea for them. Like, what do you do with Artemis? Make her secretly not a virgin or something? Because, like, her whole bit is that she, like, is a virgin for life. So I guess if you want to make a dark version of her, you, like, make her actually sex-obsessed or something. But it sounds like I'm just writing an episode of The Boys. Ugh. Where it's like, oh, what if Mr. Fantastic used his powers for his dick? Or what if Ant-Man crawled in someone's ass? Okay. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. You're supposed to take this out to help with the combat encounter, but it's supposed to be a risk and reward thing. But, like, I never need it. But I am going to use it for the next room. For fun. I'm just going to carry it to the next room. If this door didn't shut behind me. Okay, good. Good. This is going to be good. It's going to be a good bit. It's going to be a good bit. I swear it's a good bit.
You say that, but those did happen in some shape and form.
I don't know what he's exactly referring to. That was probably from a conversation ago.
Well,
okay.
Thing before he said was 5 minutes before. He's still not a fan of the 3D demons, and that was referring to DMC anime.
Okay.
That was something I noticed. Like,
I don't know why that's a thing. Why can't they like animate demons in 2D anymore? It's like a problem. Like monster designs are so
it's
weird.
Probably because they're so detailed and complicated.
Yeah, but like, come on, it's an animated show. Come on, give me, animate that thing. Don't put 3D demons. It always looks weird. It always looks bad.
I remember joking about that while I was watching, like, you know these guys came from the underworld because they're animated with CG.
Now, if you warp that into the show, that'd be really funny.
It's like a Smiling Friend scenario where there's deliberately clashing styles for different characters.
Yeah, now then that's funny. That's a good bit then. You say that funny because the writing of the boys. That's what he was talking about. Oh yeah, no, I know those things happen in the boys. Trust me, I know. It happened in the comic and it happened in the anime. I mean, not in the anime, in the live in the Amazon show.
Mm-hmm.
So there's Helios. We do Helios so dirty, bro. Oh, I love it. They introduce these enemies that are really hard to beat really early on. And it's like a microcosm of the thing that I was talking about in God of War 2, where they introduce a problem and then they solve it immediately. Here they give you a problem to deal with consistently for a while, and you're like, man, I can't do anything about that. Which is actually probably why this game doesn't have New Game Plus, because there's things that would break if you because you'd be able to do stuff like end game stuff at the start of the game. It would break the game if you were able to have New Game Plus. Because there are things there are environmental puzzles that are specifically walled off to you due to you not having a certain item. Yeah, you're like, man, I can't beat those guys. So here they give you the solution by giving you the ability to control the Cyclops. Yeah, in moments like these, this is when the frame rate would get a little juddery. You know, when there's a bunch of enemies on screen and alpha effects.
White Rabbit was a cool villain, and that's a thing characters did add to Aura. This is again the DMC anime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you care. I don't know if you care about
I
spoilers
do plan
at all.
on watching it, so I do want to go in a little blind. I want to have my own opinion when I get to it, you know?
Yeah. There was something I want to say I thought would happen with the villain that didn't happen, but I'm not gonna say it to add a bit more suspense.
I do know that Virgil appears for like 10 seconds, and I was telling Super that is lore accurate actually.
It's actually kind of related to that.
Oh, okay.
What I was thinking was that we were thinking that the White Rabbit was just gonna be Virgil, but it turned out he wasn't.
Save me now, as you once saved me from Atlas. And I promise to repay you in full. If you wish to repay me,
Oh, I love this.
I can find a flame
He gives Helios a chance.
flame. You will never defeat Zeus, Spartan. You will forfeit your life in trying. Of all the lives you should worry about, Helios, mine is not one of them. The power of the sun!
Little mini game. If you are sensitive to bright lights, I am sorry.
Well, that was bright.
I can tell you that to destroy Zeus, you must step into the flames.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Fesby told me the flame kills all who touches it.
And you believe him? That freak has fallen from the graces of Olympus. That is exactly
Why I believe.
my death will not lead you to Zeus. That is where you are wrong.
Okay, if you're sensitive to gore, you might want to look away. They do this, no censorship. You rip his head off. And now Greece has no more sun.
way.
I've watched 4 seasons of The Boys and 2 seasons of Invincible. I'm good. Yeah, that would prepare you. I was talking to the people who probably have not. I was like,
I haven't watched those either.
I was just like,
Could have been worse, I guess.
I was like, if you're sensitive, that's why I was just like, pro bono. If you're sensitive to gore, you might want to look away because it's a. Oh yeah, Helios' shield. Yeah, a thing that you get is that there's no new game plus in this game because the design of the game doesn't work with new game plus. So they do give you items that you can turn on when you're replaying the game on a profile. You grab on this. Is there something up here? No, they just didn't. They just made him programmable to climb on any ledge. So
Although what Vash said does have me wondering, did you not get to the 3rd season of Invincible?
You know, just finish. You know, not everyone's got the time. You know, I still need to get to seasons 1, 2, and 3 of Invincible, and I still need to get to.
That's a different thing. That's a different...
And I also need to get to seasons 3 and 4 of The Boys. I didn't watch those 2 seasons. You know, there's people who didn't realize The Boys was political until season 3. It's really funny to me. Oh yeah, and they also make it in this game where you can use all the items at any time just by pressing L2 on a separate button, which is really convenient. But yeah, so for the rest of the game, you use Helios's head as a flashlight. It's kind of fucked up, but also pretty useful. A little bit annoying for someone who's trying to collect stuff, though, because you got to be on the lookout for a very specific, like, you got to be on the lookout for specific things that like are glowing, not glowing, but like have like a fog, and then use it on that to unlock secret stuff. It's just a little annoying to do. Because it's like, oh, now I'm doing it everywhere. You know what I mean? Also, I think they just wanted to show off the lighting. Because this type of in-universe real-time lighting was really hard to do on the PS2. Alright. Wait. Ah, come on! Come on, get off me! There we go. Had to do that quickly. Oh, I have to go all the way around. Okay. Go with a stick. Okay. But yeah, basically in combat, like outside of exploration, I don't use it too much. It's a quick stun attack, which is probably good for shield enemies. Well, not shield enemies. Enemies that can block. It's good for enemies that can block. The shield enemies, I'm pretty sure, just hide behind their shield. Shows making fun of a lot of things it would a lot of things it would make. It's like I just don't think people understood that Homelander's like Homelander's whole thing, and like it's a criticism of like American politics. Like that was like the whole bit. Like the whole end of season 3 is that he killed a man in the street and people cheered. And also like how they deal with like how the government uses like how the superheroes were using Christianity as like a real like as a thing, even though they don't believe in God, and also these superheroes are made in a lab, they're using it as a God thing because the thing is they're trying make fun of how a lot of politicians say they're Christian, but none of them have stepped inside of a church. It's like, that's the bit. It's like, that's the bit. Which actually makes honestly makes the show better than the comic, because if you guys ever read the or even like have any passing interest in the comic is nothing like the show. It has no deeper philosophy, no deeper thing to say. It's just the guy who made it just really hates superheroes. So then he just made parodies of all the superheroes and made them die in brutal ways and made them all pieces of shit. Because he just doesn't like superheroes. The only superhero comic he wrote was The Punisher, and and one of his most famous comics is when he wrote a Punisher book about Punisher killing all the superheroes.
You're the only one who can. I know it. I trust you.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. Great. Alright. We're going to be introduced to a pretty cool minigame. It's pretty similar to the minigame in the first game. The second game. With the wings. It's just, with the Pegasus minigame. It's just this one doesn't feel like they forgot about it after the second time they did it. Actually feels like they thought it out and implemented it into the game when necessary. You even use it in the very end of the game. Like a good mini game or a good gimmick. You use it throughout the game in multiple different spots. It's mostly used for traveling, from getting Kratos from the top of Olympus to the bottom of Olympus pretty quickly, so you don't have to walk everywhere. Oh. I got you! The Blades of Chaos are the best for this enemy, because then you could pull them out of the ground.
Vash says, I heard about the ending of the comic and Homelander eating a baby.
That wasn't, okay, the whole bit about the end of the comic is that, basically, Homelander one day receives an image, receives a bunch of images of him eating babies, and goes like, what the fuck? I don't remember doing that. Did I do that? I did that shit? Oh man, I guess I am fucking evil and insane. And he's just like, damn, well, it's like, you know what? I guess if I'm evil and insane, let's take over, bro. Let's just run this. Let's run this thing. And he gets all the supers together, and the supers go to take over the world through the president or whatever he calls the supers up for that. And then the whole bit is that actually the American government actually had a contingency plan to kill all the supers, and they kill all the supers. And it actually turns out that Homelander wasn't the one doing all the evil stuff, and Homelander wasn't the one that forced himself on I can't remember the main guy's name. The main guy's wife, and killed her. He didn't do that because actually in the comic his wife is dead and was sexually assaulted by Homelander. That was the thing in the comic. That was always the case. But then it turns out that actually Homelander never did that. Homelander's actually not that evil in the comic, it turns out. And he didn't do that. Well, actually, he is evil. He did a lot of evil stuff. He's still... in the comic, all the male members sexually assault Starfire when she joins it. So they're all bad, actually. But, he didn't do that to him. It actually turns out that Black Noir did it. Because Black Noir is actually a clone of Homelander. And he's, an evil, clone thing. And actually, he was the one who did a lot of the evil stuff that Homelander did. But Homelander's not more evil than your average soup, because, by the way, in the world of the boys, all the soups are bad. There's no good ones. No good ones at all, except Starfire. whatever her name is. I can't remember it. She's the only.
I was gonna be like Starfire, like from Teen Titans.
No, I'm like can't remember her name at the moment. But yeah, so the boys is going on a completely different plot. Also, Starlight. That's what it is. Yeah, Starlight. The boys TV show goes on a completely different plot by the fact that Homelander did do it, and by the fact his wife actually is alive, and then also by the fact that they have a son, and then also, oh yeah, no, in the original the son died in like the whole died in like childbirth or whatever. Like it was, I think I remember that was the bit. The original story you get told or whatever is that they like secretly were having her have the pregnancy because it was the first time they had a super like have a thing like it was a whole scandal or whatever. But yeah, and also by the way in the comics, the V serum or like the compound V serum that they have that like in season 3 that they made like a whole thing of like a moral dilemma, should we use it, should we not? In the comics, they all have it. They actually all have compound V at all times. They never don't have it. They actually force Huey to get it against his will at the start of the comic. But they all have superpowers. Like they all have the compound V that makes them super strong or whatever. That's how they fight the supes in the comics. Unlike the show where they didn't do that and made it like a moral dilemma or whatever. They're actually way more... The show and the books have almost nothing to do with each other. Almost nothing to do with each other. I'm not gonna front with you, bro. I'm not gonna front with you. They have almost nothing to do with each other.
You said a bunch of stuff, and I'm over here looking at the actress for Starlight in The Boys, and she looks kind of like Ariana Grande.
What? I don't know. I wouldn't say that. She's her like at least from what I remember, season 1 too. Her face shape is like completely different than Ariana. Ariana is like really small and thin. I know like the actress I think had work done because I know she looks different in season 4 than she did in the rest of the show. A lot of the actors do, you know, because they have more money now, so they all like kind of look a little different. But yeah, this is the mini game. Where you fly up the chains with the wings. The last one's actually pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie. You ever play Edge of Time? Spider-Man Edge of Time? Or Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions? Yeah, that's what this is. It's crazy that they both came out the same year, because they both had a very similar gimmick. Oh yeah, and this is when the demo would end. Oh man, the music's gone. Are you guys gonna? I can't cut it though because I want the footage. Oh, I didn't press the button because I was okay. Well, it gives me time to do this. Okay, to reset the audio. Oh, I have to do the whole thing all over again. Dang. They really punish you for. Oh, good. I don't have to do the whole thing. Just the last part leading up to it. But yeah. Yeah, this is where the demo ended in for E3. No reason. He had no reason to do that. He did that for style points. He just says, I hate everybody. Sorry, I gotta pause for a second. Alright, I'll be back in a second. I gotta step away for a little bit. The actress did plastic surgery? Oh, so that's why she looks different. Okay. I knew she like did some work done or something. Hey. All right, I'm back. All right. Oh, Iggy left. Okay, so just me. What is up with the audio constantly breaking? Oh. Yeah, probably lost all the audience because I was gone for too long. That sucks. What is this music? It does not sound Greece. Sounds like African. Thank goodness those things don't insta-kill you. Sometimes I swear I'm holding my button to the right. To Be Hero X is a good show so far. Love the Spider-Verse across... To Be Hero X. That sounds familiar. Because I remember a show called To Be Hero. It was like some Korean show. Or I'm thinking of something else. But it has Spider-Verse anime? That's pretty cool. And we're back to the minigame. I just had to just platform for a little bit. Alright. Ooh. 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 Ah! They got me. They trolled me. I got baited. Alright. Welcome to one of the next big areas in this game. We're gonna be here quite a bit. The caverns. This area is huge. The first new area in a minute. Again, this game is perfectly paced. It keeps introducing new stuff, new mechanics, really, really quickly. Up until the very end of the game, and then the end game is just one big finale. This area is so big. The scale is insane. There's the box. Yeah, see, you just gotta be on the lookout. I gotta be, like, for, like, weird, fuzzy stuff. I just gotta be on the lookout for that at all times. Alright. Here we go. Alright. And now, elevator. Classic in every action game. You gotta have it. Alright. Baby enemies. Yeah, now you gotta do a protect thing, where you stop them from destroying the chain. And now the Minotaur enemies have been leveled up. They now have a weapon. They no longer just can gore you, they can also attack you with a sword, and they can block. The enemies are, while repeating, getting stronger along with you. And now the quick time event has evolved. And twirl the stick. Hit him with the next slime. I do not know how people get to the end of God of War games with their stuff not maxed out, because that must be actually painful, because the end of these games are always some really long gauntlet. So I don't know how people do it, because I would not. It's like every single God of War I go out of my way to make sure I collect literally everything. I don't know how people just play these games casually without looking for all the stuff. The games would be annoyingly difficult. Oh yeah, I forgot the magic upgrade. Use the magic. Some stun. Wait. Wait. Yeah, just chill for a second. Just chill for a second. Okay. We ball. The chain's looking a little flimsy. Ooh, hit him with the parry. Hit him with the hee-hee. Alright. We are in a good spot. Come on. Yeah, luckily the item one is on cooldown. I'm not gonna lie. Oh. 3-phase. This is a 3-phase. Oh no, it's not a 3-phase one. This one's the one you can control. No, stay with me. Oh, this is gonna be painful. I already feel it. Okay. I got one of them. Now for the rest. It's not even a health concern, I just have no magic. My DPS is gonna be shoddy. Focus on me. Come on, faster, faster, faster. No, no. Okay. No. Get away from it! Piece of garbage! Ugh. Alright. Last one. I don't want to have to do this all over again, please. There we go. Last one. Barely made it. Again, health was not the issue. It was my damage. Oh, Hermes. The next guy on our list.
Look who it is! Kratos, the ghost of Sparta. The fallen god. The cursed mortal.
To catch a fly from the ass of Zeus is not worth my time, Hermes.
A coward's words, Kratos. You don't try to catch me because you know you can't. Kratos, where are you off to today? Kill any family members lately? Oh, that's right. You're off to kill your father, Zeus. Won't happen, can't happen. Kratos is on a fool's errand. Again. Never, never learn. Never, never change. Kratos, the fool who killed his own blood. Kratos, the fool among mortals and gods. Forever, ever cursed. Forever, ever doomed. Consumed by vengeance to his last breath. The Spartan lights the way to dusty death.
Yeah, nah, he deserves everything that's coming to him, bro. He's so antagonizing. He's so antagonizing. Honestly, I think they kind of messed up when the Ragnarok DLC, there's a Valhalla DLC, and you get to see Helios again. But they kind of give him the personality of Hermes. Also because Helios didn't have much of a personality. It's like the antagonizing angle that like Hermes has is actually more accurate to how they wrote Helios in the reboot, but you know. You could always chalk it up to Kratos mixing his memories of the gods together. Alright, the Flame of Olympus. Pretty easy to find, actually. Let's get some orbs for the road. His voice makes me want to punch him. Yeah, he kind of deserves it. Mankind has paid a price dearly for the death of Poseidon, Hades, and Helios. Floods have swallowed the lands, and the sky is veiled by clouds and unbridled storms. Yeah, they really want you to go like, yeah, maybe you are not in the complete right for this. If your revenge causes this much damage, is it really worth it? There we go. This is a room that you have to unlock later. You want the last bit of red orbs you need. Right. Nice. Health upgrade. We're already almost done with the health upgrades. We only got like, I think like 1 or 2 more to go. So we're making good pace. We're exactly where we should be. Oh yeah, this part, you gotta like reveal the lore that they couldn't bother to fit into a cutscene. The Muses. In the music, untold truths to be spoke. Those willing to hear it, join your voice of the Muses' song and lift the Olympus's burden. Gear of burden. The weight of the Olympus upon it. The gear of burden is not so easily moved, requiring a great sacrifice to free the heart of the labyrinth. Heart of the Labyrinth. Beating in the heart of the labyrinth is a passion great enough to douse even the flame of Olympus and lay bare to the power that lies within. I think that's it. I think I'm good. Oh no, there's a few more over here. Death awaits all those who touch the flame. God or mortal, yet even the power pales that which protected at its core. Balance of power. The Muses guide souls in life, the 3 judges in death, and the realms in between them. The key to the flame guides the balance of power. In the judges' hands, the fate of Olympus lies for it's who they control the great chains to determine its release. There, I read all the lore. I progress now. Is there a place I'm supposed to go that I'm blanking on? Oh, I'm just supposed to walk towards it.
Pandora's box.
Here's some new lore. So the plot of this game makes sense.
You're right. It is the same box you opened years ago. The power to kill a god still rests inside.
I released those powers when I killed Ares.
No. Trapped inside that box, there is a stronger power. It has been missing from the world. It all began when Zeus triumphed over the Titans in the Great War.
Yeah, there's no CG cutscenes in this game. They actually do artistic cutscenes instead, unlike the first 2 games. It's just a shift in how gaming was, like how good graphics were in the 2010, like in the PlayStation 3 era. There just wasn't a need for CGI cutscenes anymore. But the graphics look good enough.
Commissioned Hephaestus to build a vessel strong enough to hold them. Fear. Greed. Hate. He locked them all away in the box in hopes that they would never again infect his reign. When you opened the box to kill Ares, you drew from the forbidden powers. After witnessing your victory, fear gripped Zeus.
But the flame is deadly. How can I recover the box?
With its namesake, Kratos.
Pandora?
She is the key to destroying the flame. The key to our revenge. This will be difficult, Spartan.
A simple child will not trouble me, Athena.
I hope you are right, Ghost of Sparta.
Alright, Hermes.
You may have brute force, but you lack speed.
He is so annoying.
You've been lucky in battle, Spartan, but your luck ends today. What nation?
Yeah, his lead up is just one big chase scene. It's actually just one big platforming thing.
So slow.
Like, this is the most in tune with Kratos I've been. This guy needs to die.
I have the speed of Olympus with me, mortal.
Whoa. I was trying to grab him. You can't grab, you have to attack him. Now we know. We've learned together. Yeah, this is one big chase sequence. Again, this game's pacing is just keep going. It never really gets a chance to... It's like, there's downtime, of course, you know. It's just that, like, oh, whoa, that's a bug. That's a bug. That's not some... Oh, that's a bug. That's not supposed to look like that.
I have the speed of Olympus.
Oh, this whole area is broken. Oh no, what happened? Yeah, the remaster has some bugs. Usually with textures. In certain areas, sometimes it doesn't load them in properly. How do I get up there? Bruh. Just give me the XP. I just need the XP. I swear it's just for the XP. Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to get up. There we go. He just wasn't grabbing it. Ah. Yeah, I would say the reason why I like this game so much is that it relies on its strengths. The other God of Wars kept trying to do things that weren't really in its strength, and that's why those games suffer. This one's always trying to do stuff within its strength. Alright. Whoa.
Lazy mortal.
Oh my gosh, bro. Why? Don't worry about the sun, bro. I'm trying to kill this guy. Bro, you are not my concern.
Nice try, Kratos.
Alright, let's do this. And the whole thing is like, Kratos does not hate the civilians around him. He's just 100% indifferent. Just like you, the player, are 100% indifferent. Not that he hates them, but he just doesn't care enough to try to not hurt them. And that's the difference. And that's his problem in this part. It's like he cannot He's so one-track minded. He cannot give a single crap about anything else. Oh, there's a ladder.
Your legs are as slow as your head.
Yeah, don't worry. I will be faster. Remember, in this game, we take our weapons from the guys we beat. So we're gonna get his J's.
Keep up, Kratos.
His powers, funnily enough, were one of the ones that were shown off in the cinematic trailer. There are only a few powers not shown off in that trailer. Like, they didn't show off the Hades weapons, and they didn't show off the other things. And Helios, of course. But they showed Hermes and the Nesmian Lions. This part's cool. Shoot the rock. Hang on to the rock. Oh, so absurd. And he's useless if he can't move his legs. Because he can't fly. At least not in this version. He can just run fast. Alright. Let's go finish off Hermes. Alright. And I think after Hermes, I think that's a good place to wrap up the stream, actually. Rip to Sparta. Rip to Greece. It's not just Sparta, bruh. It's Greece. He's actually really weak. He does, like, no damage to you. You just gotta win the quick time events when he does get a hit in on you. Like, he's actually really weak. That's, like, his bit. He's weak, you just gotta counter him when he attacks. Oh. No one is denying that, but... Oh crap, come on, I did that quarter circle. I hate you. This is no longer fun. You said that I was trying to have a good time, bro. Gotcha. Bro, you are not in a position. Like, Hermes really just shows up, annoys you, you chase him, and kill him and steal his Jordans.
And yet, you seek to kill me when I have no way to defend myself? Not fair. But you have your own sense of honor, right, Kratos? And what has that honor brought you? Nothing but nightmares of your fate.
Even at the end, he's still talking
Today
shit.
you may defeat me, but in the end, Kratos, in the end, you'll betray only yourself.
What's funny is that he's actually right. He's like, you can kill me, but you only betray yourself by doing it. And he's right. We get like... What the heck? I'm doing the quarter circle. Come on. You are such an imposing monster. He's so much smaller than you. Oh, And he releases a bunch of bugs when he dies. So he causes the plagues. We got the J's though. Check out the fit.
You now wear the boots of Hermes. Use their speed to your advantage.
Yeah, so it's good for traversal and running through enemies and getting them all like locked in the air. This one I always level up immediately because in its base form it's not super useful. It is good for when you're in the air though, because like watch this. You can go like this and then go back into the ground. So you finally have a ground slam attack now with these. It's pretty cool. Wait, I could... Yeah. It's like, so now you can do that. And, that green? I think it's green. Oh, you can't run across that wall. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have you jump down there, but, like, then you end up exactly back where you left off. I don't understand how that happened. Like, I feel like I'm stupid, because I'm like, wait, how did that happen again? It's, oh, he just ran in a circle. That's why. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's why. He just... You get in here ahead of him, and then he runs in a circle. Okay, that's what happened. Because I'm like, how did we get back here? Because you run down that hallway. It's like, okay. I was like, but we went down. It's like, oh yeah, we went back up. I'm stupid. Okay, that's me. That's me. But yeah, let me wrap up the stream here. We got our new J's. We're already, again, this game moves really, really quickly and is really, really effective. So we're already at a really good point. We only got we got one more item left. Do we even have one more item left? Or I think, because Head of Helios, Food of Hermes. I think we got this is the last item. Just leveling it up. Okay, so this thing does increase damage now. I always do this one because I actually use this one in combat. Like, you see the fire underneath it now? That's like a whole thing. So yeah, now it does more damage. And also, you get an air dodge out of it. Yeah. And that's why I love these things. Because I'm like, you just get crazy mobility. You launch enemies into the air in groups, and you get an air slam. Like boom, boom. You get an air slam, and you don't have to charge it long. It's a quick charge. You charge it longer, you get more damage into it, of course. But you just gotta charge it for like a second. You can do it in the air, and you get an air dodge. The combat has been unlocked, basically. The Hermes are the best addition to the game. Well, one of the best additions. It's kind of hard to say. There's like so many good additions in this game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. But yeah, let me get to the next save point. Because this is they cooked. Kill the annoying man and he causes diseases. Yeah, don't kill annoying people. They may start the plague. You never know. Yeah, let me get to the next save point, and, because I'm pretty sure not too long after this is going to be Aphrodite. So, I'm just gonna leave the next stream to be demonetized. Yeah, item switching is absolutely seamless. They got really good at this. This is what people mean by, like, God of War 3 is the closest you actually get to a Devil May Cry. It's just that, because, like, God of War is pretty much its own thing and pretty simplistic, but God of War 3 is closer to Devil May Cry than anything else, because there's weapon switching, there's combos, air dodges, you know, there's just a lot more stuff. A lot more variety in God of War 3. Which is why it's the best one. It perfected the original God of War combat. That's why Ascension is kind of awkward, because they already perfected it. They did it. They did it. They made it better. Now, ooh, now what do you do? Like, you kind of can't do anything. Like, you did it. You did it right the first time. Yeah, now there's going to be bugs flying all over the screen every time we're outside from now on. But yeah, let's get this encounter out of the way, and I know there's a save point after this. It's usually where I take a break. I always see this as like a good... It's like the halfway point of the game, I want to say. Okay. Alright. Big version of Cyclops. That does more damage. Dang, in one continuous combo. That was beautiful. Like, bro, you see what I mean? The combat is unlocked. Get a rage mode in for easy damage. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's two more, and there's two more weapons. Two more weapons. Oh. I messed that up. Dude, this game is so good. Killed already 2 out of 3 of the big 3. Alright, I think I see some stuff over there. I didn't use many air dodges in that fight, but I will in the future, because there's flying enemies, and also there's usually times where you have to air dodge. Just that fight didn't require it. I was cooking too well. I was cooking too well in that fight. Still faster to just dodge roll, though. Because Kratos, even though he gets speed shoes, he literally only uses it for power. Alright. Oh crap, did I accidentally overwrite my hard mode save file? I did, didn't I? I did, didn't I? I did overwrite my hard mode save file. Did I? Please don't tell me I did. Okay, good, I didn't. Okay, I'm not stupid, okay. I was about to say, please don't tell me it. Destroyed chambers. That's my hard mode save file, right? That's my hard mode save file, right? That has to be, right? I hope so. I hope so. I hope that's my hard mode save file. Yeah, it's from earlier this year. That's my hard mode save file. Okay. So we streamed for a pretty. Oh, Crimson Model A, thank you. I just love the fact that the level up screen status of someone screaming and crying tears of blood. You know, it's a good level up screen. It's very on brand. You know, it's just it's very on brand. That's the perfect way to describe it. Okay, we're gonna save up a little bit more to get the Blaze of Exile to level 4. And then we're just gonna hard put into the Claws of Hades before we get the Nemean the Nemean Lion Gloves, because we're going to fight Hercules pretty soon. Yeah, we're gonna fight Hercules. I don't know if we fight Hercules before or at. Yeah, because we're gonna fight Hercules, and then we're gonna. The order of events is getting a little shifted in my head, but we're gonna fight Hercules pretty soon, and that's what's important. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade the Blaze of Exile so they can just do damage, because they're really good, and they're really good alternative to the Blades of Chaos for extra damage and more longer combos, because you can keep the reason why you switch weapons again is to keep your combos going, because they flow into each other perfectly, and you get a lot of damage in a short period of time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. It's like 8 o'clock my time. I'm probably gonna do something else. I might be in the Discord later, but that's about it. Hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys enjoy God of War 3.